In what some thought to be a generous effort to celebrate teachers and their hard work during the pandemic, many fans are dragging Reese Witherspoon and her company Draper James for their apparently misleading giveaway, and according to some teachers, it's a deceitful marketing ploy. Hey guys, it's Sussan Mourad here with Clevver News, bringing you all the latest entertainment updates from my Clevver home studio, and very rarely do we see an act of kindness backfire. But Draper James just hit the nail on the head. Look, the thought was definitely there, but in an effort to put a smile on the faces of struggling teachers in the US, Reese Witherspoon's Southern-inspired clothing line Draper James found themselves being Draper-dragged through the mud. We're going to get into the meat of the story in a second, but you guys really quickly subscribe to Clevver News and ring that notification bell so you never miss a breaking news update. Alright, so we all know Reese as America's Southern sweetheart, Beyonce's bestie, and the most likely to never harm a fly. That said, it's pretty shocking to hear that she'd received so much backlash in an effort to try and commend teachers for their hard work throughout the current world crisis. This all started earlier this month when Draper James announced they'd be doing a dress giveaway on Instagram to commend teachers for their hard work. The post read, "We want to say thank you. During quarantine, we see you working harder than ever to educate our children. To show our gratitude, Draper James would like to give teachers a free dress." Teachers were then directed to fill out a form by a deadline and that they'd be notified via email if they won. The directions also included an important note adding that this offer was only valid while supplies last, which doesn't seem too out of the ordinary for a giveaway, right? But here is where things got out of hand. The supplies only lasted minutes, as Draper James were only giving away 250 dresses, and there are about 3 million public school teachers across the US. By the time the application had closed, more than 1 million teachers had signed up for the giveaway. And one thing that teachers did teach us is if 1 million teachers signed up and only 251 a dress, that means 750,000 teachers were left upset and empty-handed. You can see where the issue lies now, right? But the mess doesn't stop there. Those who did sign up to win a dress were also subscribed to the Draper James mailing list, and we all know how much of a virtual parasite these lists can become. The company then realized that they had disappointed hundreds of thousands of teachers and attempted to mend things by contacting them to make sure they knew it was a raffle. Draper James also shared the number of dresses on its Instagram stories twice, but the giveaway had been shared so many times, even on national television's Good Morning America and The Today Show, that teachers took to social media to express their frustration and calling this giveaway a terrible, quote, marketing ploy. One teacher took to Twitter saying that out of 535 teachers in a Facebook group, 0 of them won, adding, quote, "What in the what? All of us received codes for either 20 to 30% off codes. Can't even afford the dresses with a discount. Great marketing ploy." Another teacher chimed in noting the costly amount of one of these dresses, writing, "Wow, Draper James clearly doesn't know how much teachers make. We love teachers. Here's 30% off our ridiculously expensive dresses. If I'm spending over $100 on an everyday dress, it better also grade essays." After one teacher tweeted that Reese didn't give her a free dress, but she did capture her email address, another user popped back saying, "And a copy of your ID, right? Especially during a time like this, what a predatory thing to do to a struggling profession. As a teacher, I know what brand I won't be buying." Ouch. Not exactly the best way to show teacher appreciation. But really quickly, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the giveaway. Do you think teachers were actually misled, or do you think this was typical giveaway protocol? Be sure to chime in down in the comments section below because I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. But although Reese has yet to address the issue, Draper James has been on full damage control in an attempt to save its reputation. In an email sent to the teachers and shared as a series of Instagram stories, the clothing line apologized for the inconvenience, saying, quote, "When we set out to give away 250 dresses to teachers working tirelessly during this unprecedented time, we moved too quickly. We did not anticipate such an overwhelming response and fell short in our efforts." The brand then explained that they would donate to a charity that provides school necessities to send to their remote learning students. Although the attempt was made, teachers are still pretty upset with Reese and Draper James for the seemingly classic bait and switch, especially during a pandemic like this teacher said. Considering this is Reese's company, she's most likely very aware about the issue, so it may only be a matter of time until she speaks out. The Draper James tea spillage might have taken a while to clean up, but there's plenty more tea to go around, including Jeffree Star's latest controversy surrounding his makeup brand that you can watch right over here. I'm your host, Sussan Mourad. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.